Hi, so I wanted to show you some different ways to make some Eric Carle paper that I came up with. I'm taking a Ziploc bag and I'm just drawing over it with a water-based marker. And I'm just coloring different color blues over it, and I'm scribbling all over it as much as I possibly can. And I'm going as fast as I can so that I don't bore you. And I sped up the video as fast as I could. And then I'm trying to mix colors, but my colors don't really mix because they're too light. But I want to really cover that plastic bag as much as I can, because what I'm making is called a monoprint, which means you can only make a print one time. That's called a monoprint. I take a piece of paper, I rub my paper all over that bag on top, and look at that, I get a print of what I just colored. Isn't that cool? That is so cool. And if I want to try to cover some more of the paper, I can try to cover it with what's left on that bag, but it doesn't really cover, but it kind of does. So I make a monoprint. That's one way to make a kind of Eric Carle paper. Another way I'm going to try is to color it again. And this time I'm coloring with a different kind of marker in a different way. And I'm using different colors this time all over. Kind of trying to use different kinds of brush strokes, different purples this time, going different directions. Because you're going to see whatever direction my marker goes in is what the paper will see. You'll see on the paper. And I put my paper over it. I rub really, really hard all over the paper wherever I want the print to be. And it comes up. Pretty cool. And you can use the bag over and over again. That's what's really fun. I don't think this one I get as much of a print as I would like. But oh, that one I did circles. That one I did circles. So you get kind of circly prints. So now I'm going to try to use you see me trying to use watercolors on tinfoil, and we're going to see how that works. And I'm just experimenting, which is what I want you to try to do at home. I want you to just experiment different ways to do this, because we already know how to do watercolor on paper. So I'm just experimenting with the watercolor on tinfoil. And I'm going to take my paper and I'm going to put it on top of the tinfoil, rub it out, rub it out, rub it out. And look at that, I get a print. It's a little bit wet, so I have to let that dry. And now I'm going to try a second print, which is called a ghost print in printing terms. And I get just a little bit of a print, which is kind of cool. And then you're going to see I'm going to try even a third ghost print, which is kind of cool. I get a little bit of a print, and we can use that. That could be something else. Now I'm going to try markers. And I don't think the markers work out too well, but that's what artists do. They experiment, they try different things, they see how things work, and they trial and error. So I'm going to try markers, and I'm going to make a print from that. And we'll see what happens there. Put my paper over it. It's okay. It's not my favorite one, but it's okay. And then the last two, you're just going to see me make marks on paper with water-based markers before I go over it with my watercolors and salt. and you already know how to do this. I just wanted to show you that you can make water, you can make marks on your paper with watercolors. We could also do crayons. We can also color our paper with crayons as well to make crayon marks too. So we want to try as many different techniques as we possibly can.